Mr. Davies' dose of science. If this is your first time learning with us, welcome. If not, welcome back. Hello, everyone. It's Mr. Davies. Welcome back. Hope you're all doing well and you're feeling healthy. Before we go any farther, right down here, see that little thumb? Please click it and make it blue. Thumbs up is a good thing for the channel. And also subscribe. Hit the bell for the notifications in case you need to know about a video over the summer. I usually use the Mr. Davies science page as a launch pad. Keep in mind you can just click right here to get to Canvas and then sign in. When you sign in, if you're not sure of your assignments that you need to do, they will be over here on the to-do list, so you can take a look there. If you owe anything, that's where to look first. For today, we're going to be taking a look at Pluto. So there's a couple of things I'd like you to use. We're going to be using this Way Out World close read for the majority of today's lesson. And when you're done, make sure you come back and look at this video. Also, the Pluto wrap is very enjoyable. You do have access to that, so check it out. All right, so today we're taking a look at the Pluto close read, or the Way Out World close read article. This article is entitled Way Out World by Hugh Westhrop. What strange satellite circles the visible edge of the solar system? The detonation of a single nuclear bomb can do catastrophic damage. So imagine the power of more than one bomb. Not just 2, or 10, or even 10 million, but 10 billion. Astronomers have evidence that a collision with enough force to equal the explosion of 10 billion nuclear bombs once happened in the solar system. Out of that crack-up was born one of the oddest things in space. Its name is Haumea. There is so much to learn about this newfound object, and we keep finding surprises, says Mike Brown, an astronomer at the California Institute of Technology. It's just crazy. Oddballs. The solar system is always changing. What astronomers know about it is changing even faster. Advances in telescope technology keep deepening our view of space, continually revealing new objects and new features on old objects. One example of that change in perspective is Pluto. For more than 70 years, astronomers considered it the 9th planet. Then, in 2007, the International Astronomical Union reclassified it as a dwarf planet. Like a planet, a dwarf planet orbits the Sun. It also has enough mass and therefore enough gravity to give it a rounded shape. But it lacks pull. Its gravity isn't strong enough to clear its neighborhood of most smaller objects the way that planets do. A year later, Pluto was reclassified again. Now it's a Plutoid. A Plutoid is simply a dwarf planet that exists beyond Neptune, the 8th planet. As of 2011, 4 known dwarf planets are Plutoids. Pluto, Eris, Makemake are 3. The 4th, discovered by Brown shortly after Christmas 2004, was originally called Santa. That name seemed less appropriate, however, the more that scientists learned about it. Haumea was a better fit. Haumea is the mother goddess of Hawaii, whose many children sprang from various parts of her body. The Plutoid Haumea is trailed by a swarm of small icy bodies that once were part of it. Haumea also has a distinctive spin and shape. It rotates once every 4 hours, 6 times faster than Earth does. That's the fastest spin rate of any major object in the solar system. When an object in space rotates that rapidly, it stretches, the way pizza dough does when it's tossed and twirled in the air. says Brown. Houmea's quick spin has given it an oblong shape that looks like a squashed football, he adds. The same effect is at work on Earth. But because Earth turns less quickly, it bulges only slightly at its equator. In addition to the icy debris that trails Haumea, a pair of icy moons orbit it, called Hyaka and Namaka. The moons are named after two of the goddess Houmea's mythical daughters. Blast off. A fast rotation, a squashed shape, two moons, and icy debris. How does it all add up? Brown believes that Haumea was once larger than it is today, composed half of rock and half of frozen water, sometime between 3.5 billion and 4.5 billion years ago. Haumea was involved in a collision with another object. The impact released the energy equivalent of 10 billion nuclear bombs exploding. It blasted the two icy moons and the chunks of smaller icy debris off Haumea and accelerated its spin rate. Today, says Brown, Haumea resembles an orbiting M&M candy, a small, rocky object covered in a thin shell of ice. The Haumea collision wasn't the only crack-up in the solar system's early history. Astronomers believe that a Mars-sized object called Theia smashed into the young Earth some 4.5 billion years ago. The impact ejected chunks of rock into space that gradually accreted or fused to form an orbiting satellite with enough gravity to acquire a round shape and become the moon. The still existing debris around Haumea promises to reveal more about the process of what happens when worlds collide, says Brown. As old as Haumea is, its story is far from over. The enormous gravity of Neptune could one day throw Haumea like a boomerang through the solar system. At that point, it will become a comet that burns as brightly as a full moon when it passes Earth. When might that happen? Maybe a few billion years from now, says Brown. So you have a little bit of waiting to do, he says. The Plutoid Haumea is located in the Kuiper Belt, a ring of small bodies that extends far beyond Neptune. The bodies, which number in the billions, are remnants from the early years of the solar system, when a giant cloud of gas and dust began to coalesce or stick together. That coalescence resulted in objects ranging in size from the small members of the Kuiper Belt and the asteroid belt to the planets. Haumea is about 1,450 kilometers or 900 miles wide, whereas Pluto is about 2,300 kilometers or 1,400 miles wide. Okay, please don't forget to come back to the Canvas page, finish your assignments, use the YouTube channel, and subscribe, because it's very likely that I might put a video up over the summer. I've gotten a lot of work from many of you. Good job. It's crunch time. Let's go. All right. As always, stay healthy, stay safe. Until next time, this is Mr. Davies. Have a great day and keep on learning, guys. If you learned something today, please like this video. If you think there is more you can learn, then click subscribe or consider coming back again tomorrow. The information, likenesses, and opinions in this video are the intellectual property of Mr. Mike Davies. While Mr. Davies does refer to other works owned by others, those resources are either parts of a public school district curriculum or they are readily available through open forums on the internet. Mr. Davies does offer his thanks and appreciation to any entity he has chosen to refer to or gather sound bites or clips from to emphasize his lessons. Mr. Davies is currently a professional member of the teaching staff for Central Dauphin School District in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and is making, producing, and publishing these videos for the benefit of his students and other students during the current lockdown crisis. Mr. Davies does not make claim to all of the ideas and resources referenced in his videos. However, he does claim responsibility and rights to his likeness, opinions, and the academic content of these videos. He does not grant permission for any entity to copy or duplicate any portion of this video or any of his videos for private or personal gain.